Good morning. Welcome to the Match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live. Every Saturday we play the Match Solitaire Daily Challenge, 3 puzzles, and you're welcome to join us, see if you can beat our scores or beat our times. The last couple weeks we've gotten beat.
Yes, we have.
RJ kicking our butts. Yeah. So I'm David, I'm your host, and with me today is Allison.
Hello.
And Caitlin.
Hi.
All right, I'm about to flip over to so you can see our phone screens. And you might notice that there's a big black area where my screen is supposed to be. So for whatever reason, my phone today decided it is just not going to connect. So
Yeah.
I'm going to play the challenge. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Of course, Allison
Yeah,
will.
you're going to have to take my word for it.
Yeah, Allison's gonna keep you honest.
Allison's not going to let me cheat, don't worry. But I'm going to play along by myself with no screen. That's sad.
Aw.
And I'm especially sad because today we are going to start off with a, what?
I have to tell
Oh, we're
on
starting with that?
I have to tell on David.
Oh, come
he
on.
hadn't joined the weekly challenge yet. He just did that.
Shh.
The people need to know I'm honest.
That's true. Okay,
Oh,
so
we're starting with the other one?
yeah, let's do that because it's real quick. We'll just get.
I wasn't ready. I opened up the different
Oh, do
screen.
you both want to? If you both want to do the other one
No,
first, we
Caitlin
can.
already changed.
Well, now I'm in wordjamacallit, so we gotta.
Okay.
I thought we were committing to that.
Okay. Yes, let's do it.
Wordjamacallit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So afraid. This one makes me so much more nervous than the
I know.
solitaire one
Too.
does.
Every morning I have to like psych myself up to play this game.
It also, I think it needs just like a couple seconds of countdown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like so this is, so when I know you're tweaking a lot of things. So here's my other recommendation of what you might want to think about tweaking. Wow, Allison, you're really far. Is like when you tap on the daily challenge button, it goes like, it gives you a blank screen and it counts down like 3, 2, 1 or something. It just needs like
Yeah.
even a
Okay.
second or two of,
Okay.
of gap between when you tap that and when the puzzle appears. Because I'm always just like,
Okay.
ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Can you guys just play a regular game real quick, just so people can? Maybe I can explain it
sure.
before
Sure.
we just
Yeah.
dive into a speed game.
Yeah.
So if anyone's played Wordscapes, it's very much like that. And let me
Boom.
check it. Good morning, RJ. I just back to kick our butts again in the chat room. I was just checking in on the chat room. But so basically, if you've played Wordscapes before, it's very similar. You're swiping the letters on the wheel to make words. But the difference, the new twist is that the word you make has to match a card at the top. And the cards have different rules for matching. Like the 4 cards mean you have to get a 4-letter word to match them. There's a plus card, like that N plus R card you're seeing means you have to get a word with an N and an R, so on. Okay, so that's probably a good enough introduction then. And basically the idea is to clear all the cards and the game's over. So the difference with the daily challenge is that this one you can play at your own pace, you can take your time, but with the daily challenge, the cards have a timer on them.
Yeah.
And if you get the card with some time remaining on the timer, you get a bonus for it. Mm-hmm. So you can still get the points if you're not very fast, but you just won't get. You won't get to the top of the leaderboard unless you can play fast on the daily challenge. So that's the difference. So anyway, okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
All right.
I got it.
All right, you want me to do the countdown?
Oh, you're used to
the
it.
first day. Very funny.
I need the pillow. I need something for comfort. Hold on.
Okay, are we psyched and ready for this? So, I
No,
mean,
I hate
basically it comes down to how fast can you get
Someone's gonna see me do this.
yeah, it comes down to how fast can you get the bingo word.
David and I don't
Pretty
even do
much.
these together in the same room.
No,
we both go in our quiet
This is the first
space.
time we'll be playing together. I go off in another room and play it by myself. I can't have any eyes on.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh no. Oh, my first
Got
word
the
didn't
bingo.
even match. You did? Oh. Oh. No, it's the other way around. Oh, I got the bingo, but I don't know
It's not a word.
if I got a very good bingo. Ah. Oh, I'm out of time.
Okay. I did really badly. I still don't know what the bingo is. Oh, got
Oh.
it. Okay. Okay.
So
Darn. That was not good. Oh, it's so bad. I did so bad.
Oh, I still haven't got my last word here. We need a 4-letter word. Coke. Okay. I got 3608.
I lost.
Wow. Caitlin, you killed it.
You did great, Caitlin.
yeah. Well, when you get the I either I see, this is not true on all of the levels. Either I see the bingo right off the bat, or I don't get it at all.
You know what I did? You didn't get to. Nobody got to see this, but I put in cook over, and I lost a ton of time. I was like, oh shoot! It's the other way
I
around.
did the same thing with a bingo on some other level where I was trying to figure out the bingo and I had it basically flipped. I think it was a 6-letter word, and I had like the last 2 letters at the end, and I was trying to make it a word, and it was like not a word. Anyway, whatever. You get these like compound words, and sometimes you like do them backwards, and then it doesn't work, and you're like, wait, what do you mean it doesn't? That's not a word. I'm trying to get anything I can, and then you never see that you got to flip it.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me way too long to figure out it was overcook and not cook over. Darn it.
I was like, revoke. Oh, no, it's not revoke. And then I just lost. I lost all the
So
time.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, I
well,
think
anyway.
the reason I saw that so fast is because we've been playing the game Overcooked, the video game. Do you know this game?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Yes. That's a good game.
It's very fun and very chaotic.
Yes. Yes. Good
So,
game. So anyway, that's whatchamacallit.
Yeah, sorry.
I apologize for the look. It's just black and white right now because the art is on the way.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. You can see a preview, a sketch of one of the characters in the Discord that, well, actually, he's going to be the character.
His name is Bingo,
Yes.
and he is a whatchamacallit.
Appropriate.
Yes. And whatchamacallits love to eat words, so
Yeah.
you're going to feed them the words on when you get the cards.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the storyline, anyway.
Oh, so I have a quick question about whatchamacallit before
Yeah.
we go on. Do the daily challenges in whatchamacallit get harder through the week the same way the Match Solitaire ones do?
No.
Or is it all random?
Sadly, I've been thinking about doing that. But no, they're completely random at this
Okay.
point.
Just because I think that was the first time I'd seen an 8-letter. Because I guess I could explain. So when you start out the first 50 levels are like
5-letter words.
5-letter words.
Yeah.
It's like 5-letter bingos, and
Yeah.
then it goes to 6 letters, and then when you hit I think level 250, it goes to 7 letters.
Yeah.
Because I just got there a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I'm in like the 7-letter ones, and Allison, I saw you were in the 8-letter ones, and I had never seen an 8-letter one before that challenge. So
Yeah, when you get to 500, it goes
Okay.
to 8 letters. And that's the max. Basically, any more than that, and it's too hard
Well,
to
yeah.
swipe them on the wheel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. I'm glad to show off whatchamacallit. Lots of cool features coming in that game. I'm really excited about the social features I'm building with the high-fiving I stole from Peloton. Because I really like their feature where while you're riding the bike, you can high-five other people riding. And so I built that for whatchamacallit. And I just added a new feature this morning where when people get milestone scores like 100,000, 250,000, so on, they're different scores, though everyone else will get a notification and be able to high five you. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a fun.
So I should have waited a few days to cross the million.
Yes, sorry, because the next one is 2 million, sadly.
Oh, yeah. I'm really far from that. It's going to be a while.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that too, because I just crossed 2 million and I got a long way to go before I get enough.
I think
any
I'm
high
close to
fives.
3. Maybe I'll
Oh,
get
yeah, don't go over then.
Okay.
Give it a day or two for everyone to update so they can get your notification.
Accomplishment.
But don't worry, Caitlin, I'm going to add a new one where the winner of yesterday's daily challenge will be advertised to everyone.
Okay.
So you can get high fives that way.
All right. It's fine. I'm not starved for high fives. It's okay.
I am. I can't. I'm
He
looking
really
every day. I'm
is.
like, what?
He
Nobody's
loves-
high fiving me
No.
today.
Okay.
He needs them. He lives on high fives.
Yeah.
I do think maybe, though, we can talk about this more later, but I think like maybe there should be a limit to how many you can send to a given person. And like you can only send one a day to the same person or something. I'm afraid of somebody abusing it.
Yeah, let me know if that ever happens. It shouldn't, because they get merged together. So if someone high fives you 10 times, you only see one.
Okay, well that's good then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Not that I think, especially like as we're kind of it's a smaller group right now playing it, that's not going to happen. But I just, not to have like delusions of grandeur, but if it became a really popular game,
Somebody was high fiving you all day long.
hundreds of thousands of people, and if you had like if somebody was a creeper,
Yeah,
which
that
we know
could
they're
be-
out there, you just don't want to leave
Yeah.
that door open. That's
Yeah,
all.
and it's one of the reasons all you can do is high five. There's no creepers sending weird messages to you or anything like that. and no, not even any negativity. It's like the old days of Facebook where there was only
You could only
like.
there was no
You
thumbs
can't
down,
dislike.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, shall we get on with the daily challenge? I hear it's difficult, so we'll probably have some people very interested in seeing how this.
Okay.
My big fear is that it's the day that your screen's not working and you're going to be the only one to
Yeah,
solve
right.
it, and it won't
Oh,
help anybody.
that would be awful.
That's my big fear. That's what's going to happen.
Well, I guess if that were to happen, so maybe David, like, if
finish.
you're winning, David,
Yeah.
don't finish it, so that in case you have to like walk one of the two of us through it,
Yeah, I can rewind.
somebody can do it, on a visible screen.
Yeah, and the good news is it's the last one. It's the third challenge from
Okay.
what I've heard in the Discord.
Okay.
So just a quick update from RJ. So RJ saw the characters obviously in the Discord and said they're so cute. The voting was really hard, but everyone surprisingly voted for. It was super easy. Everyone voted for the same one.
Okay.
There were across the two channels. There were about 10 votes, so not a lot of votes, but everyone was for the same.
Yeah.
So that's the one we're picking, and the artist is going to do a full color version of it soon, and I'll post the final character soon. And then what's really going to be fun is when he's animated and has voiceovers. So I'm really excited because he is a super cute character, and it's going to be fun having him as a mascot in the game. But anyway, and RJ says Duolingo has send congrats to your friends for certain day streaks, and I don't know. I just think this is a cool thing to do. I'll have to think about maybe retrofitting it into Match Solitaire someday, but we'll see.
Okay.
But anyway, enough delay. We need to do this challenge.
Yeah.
Who's doing the countdown?
You, buddy.
You are.
All right. So
thought you
if
could
anyone
trick
doesn't
us.
know, the loser from the last week does the countdown of shame. That's me again. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. So sad. I can't be on this stream.
Did either of you find yesterday's number 3 just a little bit on the hard side too?
I don't remember yesterday's
I do remember
number
having to
3.
restart, and then I went with a stacking strategy, and then
I remember I had to like avoid what I wanted the first match to be, I remember doing that. And I was just like, oh, it's a little tricky. But,
let's see. Oh, shoot.
yeah, I'm starting this one over already.
Oh. I'm not giving up yet, which is usually my demise.
Downfall.
Yes. We just stick with the same one too long. Okay, no, I'm getting it. It's happening.
Okay.
It's happening. Wow.
Done.
I was going to say, watch me win today when I'm not on the channel. Oh. What? Who's that?
That was me.
Caitlin?
I just
Okay.
finished number 1.
Okay.
Nice play!
Nice play.
So I'm caught up for now.
Okay. I'm gonna have to restart the second one. I just got off to a bad start.
Yeah, I'm getting off to the start where I don't have a lot of wiggle room, but I wiggled out of it, so I'm sticking with it. Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, I'm still alive, sort of. Nope.
Shoot.
No, come on. Oh, we gotta do something different here.
Oh, that's why this doesn't work. These two things don't go on top of each other. Restart. Why am I having so many problems today? This is not supposed to be the hard puzzle.
No. I'm stuck though. 9-10 jack.
Nope.
Oh no. I'm still stuck on this one. I'm not making really good progress.
Me neither.
Nope.
I started over.
I should. I really should. I know I should, but I don't want to. I've come so far, but I think it's time.
Yeah, that there's like almost a Disney song in that. I've come so far. What song am I thinking of? Can't go back to.
You have to ask
How I
Allison.
Used to
She knows the
Be.
Disney songs
Which one is that?
Oh.
A Whole New
better
World.
than I do.
Yeah.
I got there in the end.
Okay.
I through the lyrics for a bit.
Oh gosh. Nope. All right, I got to start over. All right. Giving it up for the Hotel California.
All right. Clearly, we've all lost it. I don't
I know,
know
that was-
that one. I don't.
That was a
was
bit
out
of
of
a
left
stretch. I don't
field.
even know where that came from.
Oh man, shoot.
Well, if number 3 is supposed to be the hard one, we're in
Okay.
trouble.
I'm done with number
Oh, so,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Show off. Perfect 10. That was my mom's character.
Wow.
Was supposed to be anyway. Didn't quite work out. Kaylin, how are you doing on number 2? I'm still stuck.
I'm stuck.
I don't have any good things to say about the next one.
Oh no.
Restart. Oh.
Keep forgetting that no one can see what I'm doing here. Maybe it's just as well.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this one too. I keep getting to the like, I just need one more tree space kind of
Yeah.
spot. And
Yeah,
then
I hear ya.
and then I go.
Is this good? Is this a thing?
No. Oops.
Ready, you guys? This. No, that doesn't really. There's that. Where are you? Okay, that's a thing. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I don't want to have to do this, but.
Oh, I keep feeling like I'm close, but yep, still hitting the need one more free cell.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't want to start over. Don't want to.
Okay, done.
What? Oh my gosh.
Skunked us.
Skunked.
Slam dunk.
All right. Well, I'm still like completely stuck on 2, so I think it's over for me. Caitlin, are you close?
I'm close on 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting number 2.
Okay. We'll let you
So I'm
finish
gonna
up.
finish that at least.
Okay. Let you finish that one up. Am I close?
Yeah.
RJ beat me.
Oh,
Ripping
RJ
good
also
guy.
got 2.
RJ got 2. You finished 2? I hear this.
I did.
I hear the
Yeah.
sounds. Okay. Nobody's seeing mine anyway, so there's no point. But I'm getting it too. Finally.
He is, I can see it. Just got the
Thank you for
queens.
keeping him honest.
Just
Yeah.
got the 10s, jacks, kings. What's he gonna do now?
4s.
Ooh.
Oh no, let's just go ace.
2.
2, 3, 4. Okay, I finished. Now I got the hard one left. All right, but we'll save
Yeah.
that for. I'll save that
Yeah,
for
I think
after the show. But so it is officially time for. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Find where it. Yes. Fun facts with Allison and Caitlin. I'm sorry, I don't have this music still.
It's okay. It's all
It's
right.
okay.
Allison threatened to potentially boycott the fun facts until I get the music.
Oh,
So
no.
maybe next week she'll force me to find something.
Yeah.
But today she's given me a break, so
Yeah.
looks like RJ is still on 3 as well.
Okay.
It's a tough one. Probably have to go back and watch Allison's solution.
Sorry, I should stop because you can hear my sound.
Yes.
I'll just turn
Yeah.
my sound off.
All right, time for fun facts. Who wants to go first this week?
I'll go first. Mine is pretty quick.
Okay.
Mine is quick.
All right, fun facts with Allison. Go.
So, not a lot's going on right now. We have limited things to draw from for fun facts. Just in day-to-day life, which is usually where I come up with my fun facts.
Yeah, her facts in day-to-day life lately haven't been so fun. Let's put it that way.
So I think last week or the week before we talked about the drama of the construction helping out on the
Yes.
street outside. And then we had a new drama this week, which was the removal of the scaffolding.
Yes, which has been here for over 4 years.
Yeah.
By the
Oh,
way-
you got fun facts I didn't know about.
Yeah,
Okay.
talk to the doorman. So it's been here for over 4 years, and you can tell because when they were taking down the boards, they would throw them down onto a pile, and they would just like
Disintegrate.
crumble. It was like, oh my gosh, these things were. This was not good.
Yeah.
It was not very stable. It's good. It's coming down.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you got?
So the scaffolding is essentially what is on the edifice of the building. It's what goes up directly against the building, but the area of the covered sidewalk that all of us New Yorkers have to walk underneath when there's scaffolding is called a shed.
Oh,
And the average lifespan for a shed in New York City is 1 year. But there
really?
are
I'm surprised.
several sheds, many sheds in New York City that have been up as long as 11 years.
Oh my goodness.
And there's actually, in New York City, over 300 miles of sheds
wow.
at any given time.
Wow.
So in the entire time I've lived in New York City, which will be 13 years this summer,
Oh my
so
gosh.
it'll be a long time.
That is a long time.
I've never lived on a block without scaffolding in some form or another. So when the one in front of us goes, it'll be the first time I've been without it, which makes me believe that 300 miles of scaffolding and shedding in New York City is perfectly plausible.
Totally
Because
plausible.
it's just
yeah.
everywhere. And yesterday when we were coming back from a walk through the park, David actually walked by our building because he didn't recognize the entrance without all the scaffolding. Then
Like, whoops.
he got roasted pretty hard by the doorman.
Yep.
Because I turned in the door and David just kept going.
Yeah,
But, so-
yeah. Our doorman
doorman.
has been giving us a hard time. He's giving us a hard time because I ordered some baking pans,
Yeah.
baking sheets
Yeah.
that would fit in the dishwasher because it's a miniature dishwasher. Anyway, and I hate washing them by hand.
Yeah.
He giving us a hard time. Like, what do you need pans for? You guys are always getting takeout.
And we don't.
You know, Allison's cooking all the time. Come on.
We get takeout less than once a week, so I felt like that was really judgmental.
Less than once a week. That's not like nothing.
Yeah. So, and then of course he put takeout in our head, so we got takeout immediately after he said that.
Of
So he
course.
won, we lost.
Oh, RJ finished 3, by the way.
Oh.
Wow, that's impressive.
That is
Yeah.
impressive.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
I was going to say something else about. Oh, so we watched the start of a documentary about,
scaffolding.
and one of the fun facts from that documentary. I don't know if you were already going to say this. If you were, sorry, but was that the whole reason that New York City got started with all this nonsense about scaffolding and sheds being up for 11 years was someone was hit, a pedestrian was hit by a piece of brick or something that fell
Yeah.
from a wall, and then basically everyone had. There's some law now that the walls all have to be inspected every so often, and
Local law 11.
Oh, there we go. Local law 11. So that's why you see just the entire city covered in scaffolding all the time. Basically, it's a real eyesore. But that's just one of the things about living in a city that I don't know. It's just old. Everything. I mean, it's not ancient, but it's old enough that it wasn't. It's not like it's built from materials that would last 1,000 years and it could be that old. It's built from materials that were only designed to last about 100 years, and it's past that. So it's like it's just the city is just crumbling and just constantly under repair. So anyway, did you have more to tell us about scaffolding or?
Well, they in Hudson Yards, there's a
Which we should tell people. There's it's a new one of the newest developments in Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's super posh, and it's like, if anyone's seen the picture of the vessel, that's where that is. It's just a feature a giant sculpture that you can walk on, basically. until recently because people started jumping off of it and killing themselves. So
Oh, dear.
they shut it down. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. That is not funny. That is not funny. But it's terrible that people, it gets shut down because people are using it as their place of choice to commit suicide. So anyway, sorry about that depressing fact.
David always.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I always come up with the depressing part.
So I was just gonna say
It's fun facts with Allison and Caitlin and depressing facts with
I know I wasn't gonna mention any of this. I know. Yeah, I wasn't. No. But any of the they're doing like different interpretations of like scaffolding around the High Line. So there's this in the areas like where the High Line meets Hudson Yards, which is in the 30s.
People know what the High Line is?
The High Line's
Nope.
pretty famous. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was before I came here. So
So it's essentially.
we haven't all lived in New York City for 13 years. Gotta explain yourself.
I thought the High Line was pretty famous. I'm sorry.
She was also a tour guide down there, so it all seems obvious.
She
to
knows
her.
all the good
Yes.
stuff.
Well, so the High Line is essentially the disused elevated rail tracks that were turned into a public park that
Yeah.
extends from the meatpacking at Gansevoort Street up to Hudson Yards and at 34th
So it's
Street. So it's about
Similar to, and Allison, I know you were from New England, so you know, like when Boston did the big dig and they put all the highways underground, then they filled in where the highways used to be with green space. It's like that, except elevated.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah, it's an elevated railway line that you can walk on now, and it's still got the rails running through it.
That's cool.
But then they've done a lot of plantings, and it's just a really nice walk above the street, so you're not having to stop at every intersection for traffic. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's a nice walk, and it's near the Hudson, so you can see the Hudson from part of it.
For most of it. Well, depending on like where you are with buildings.
Yeah.
So, so the High Line is designed to be walked on, but they've done some interesting like interpretations of scaffoldings below it, like when you get to the 30s, because so you can walk either on top of it or below it. There's also a building at Hudson Yards that David hates called the Shed, which is just, it looks kind of like a billowy marshmallow.
Oh, that one, yes. It's a giant, they just like blew up a trash bag and called it a building. It's just an inflatable giant bag. Yeah.
So also supposedly inspired by sidewalk sheds.
Maybe I'll throw in my depressing fact about the High Line. Didn't you? It was actually your fun fact that I'm going to replay.
Okay.
But the reason the High Line was created in the first place and why the railway was elevated was because so many people were getting hit by the trains running through the streets.
Well,
right?
I think probably the reason to like elevate it probably had something more to do with money for companies. But yeah, before it was elevated.
Didn't you say they were they used to have like guides at all the streets to tell people like, hey, the train's coming, get out of the way.
Yeah,
because
so
people
just
were just getting
crazy pedestrians darting in front of like
hit
trains.
all the time by the train. So they had to put it up above the street.
Yeah, so they had the West Side Cowboys who would ride up and
Yes,
down
West Side Cowboys.
the rail line holding flags and yelling like, the train is coming, get out of the way.
Yes.
People just darting back and forth. But Caitlin, you'll know this from Boston, like you learn like the T is street level for some parts. You don't like run in front of the T.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, in Seattle we had the SLUT. That's South Lake Union Transit. That's street level. I don't know why they named it that, but they did change it after people started using the abbreviation.
I'm sad about that. I didn't know they changed it.
I actually don't know what it is now though, because everyone just calls it the SLUT.
You know, people still call it that.
Yeah. That's forever once it gets introduced.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Well, San Francisco has like the street level. They have street level streetcars.
What is that? The BART or something? Or
No, BART is mostly underground.
okay.
But the
cable cars.
The cable cars, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Was
And
that
some
it?
of their, some of San, I mean, and then some San Francisco, some of their, like the Muni, the subway, it's, some of it's not, some of it's street level too. So
Okay.
a lot of places, I think there's, especially when it's an older system, I think, there tend to be street level things because they were just like, nobody lives here. We'll just make this street level,
Yeah.
Yeah, or like
Oh,
a high
RJ
water
says-
table, right? Because that's why Chicago's elevated, isn't it?
Dallas.
Is it?
What? Oh, RJ is saying
don't know.
something about Dallas area
Dallas,
rapid trains,
yeah.
all above ground, trains and buses.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And I bet that doesn't
Need
Texas
some-
have like sandy soil? I wonder if
Dallas should have some cowboys handy to ride in front of the train.
yeah,
Warn
That'd
people.
be awesome.
you should do that.
Yeah, I don't know why Chicago's is elevated. Maybe I'll research that for next week.
Yeah. So I know Detroit is also elevated, or the parts I haven't spent a lot of time in Detroit, but I remember seeing but I think theirs is actually called a monorail.
Oh, the Seattle has
Oh.
a monorail too. It was
Yeah.
built for the
Yeah, but
World's
that's just
Fair.
a tourist thing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I enjoy riding it from time to time, but and I remember I was there when it so there's one point of the monorail track. Here's a little trivia for you in Seattle where two trains cannot pass each other, so they have to be timed because the track comes too close for two trains to pass at that point. And there was a point several years ago where two trains were out of sync and they passed at that point and hit each other and got stuck. And then people had to they had to bring ladders for people to get down off the trains. Anyway, little fun fact about
your giddy laugh talking about it is what's just.
I know, these are really terrible, terrible
and then the
things.
trains crashed.
I know, these are such terrible events. They're traumatic for all these poor people. You see them on the news, like blankets wrapped around them being lowered out of the train. And yeah, there I am laughing away. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
Wow.
I wasn't laughing at the time, only in retrospect. It's,
Sure, Betty.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just move on from that. The
See
rest
how
of
you'll bring down Caitlin's.
yeah. The new transit that wasn't finished when I left Seattle is all it's all either elevated or separated from the main traffic. So you can now go from Seattle down to the airport, for example, on the light rail system. Anyway, okay. Kayla.
Which is very nice. I've done that.
Oh yeah, I've done it many
Yeah.
times. I had a friend who had a kid who had what is that condition? Not Asperger's. The other
Autism?
one. Autism. Yes, but he loved trains and he just loved to ride the train. So I would just take my laptop and just hang out on the train and we just ride it back and forth all day. We would just have such a
That
blast.
sounds fun.
Yeah. And so I've ridden that train many
And
times.
that's a much nicer train to do that on than like most of New York's subway systems.
Oh yeah, that would be a complete disaster.
No.
But then he also liked buses, so then we would just get and at Microsoft they gave me a bus, like an unlimited bus pass. So we would just get on the bus and I would just let him pick, and we just end up going all over the place on the bus system randomly. So. But okay, last thing I'll say about that. Sorry, Allison's giving me the wrap it up. but this is a positive note, so I really want to get it out to kind of counterbalance all my negative trivia. But through a friend who knew someone in the bus system, he got to have like an inside tour of from bus rail
Depot?
light, like a bus depot, light rail. We got to have a tour of the whole system. So they took us inside. We got to see one taken apart. We got to go inside anyway, it was a whole thing where we got to go on the tracks and like pull the lever to switch the track over, and it was a fun time. It was an interesting. Okay,
Cool.
Allison's like, whatever. Let's move on. Caitlin, what's your fun fact?
My fun fact is completely different.
Okay,
For
wow.
once.
All right.
But like you could make like very, very tenuous connections. I guess there's a lot of, well, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of death in my fun fact, but it is insects death. not
Okay.
fun fact.
Okay.
So my fun fact is about cicadas.
Oh.
So if you live in most parts of the U.S., except for like the Pacific Northwest and the Upper Rockies and New England, you are probably familiar with cicadas.
Yeah.
They come out in the summer. They make quite a loud droning noise. It's like,
Yes.
"Mah,"
Yeah.
all the time.
It's insane.
So a couple different, I think, interesting facts about cicadas. So that noise is actually a combination of three different, well, I guess I should back up. So the males make that noise as like to attract the females,
Okay.
because like most insects, they don't live for very long as adults. Most insects, are adults for a pretty short period of time. They like mature, they find a mate, they make some babies, and then they die. It's like,
Okay.
pretty quick. So cicadas are no different in that regard. But it's actually, so the sound that we hear, that droning, is actually three different species overlapping, with their calls overlapping, because each
Oh.
species has a different call, so that you attract only the females of your own species, right? Because if you mate with female of a different species, there are
Wow.
no babies coming. So so it's in your best interest as a male to only attract the females of your own species. And so they all make these different calls.
Wow, that's
And,
amazing. They can pick them out from that
Yeah.
cacophony.
Yeah. And the females will only respond, know to, are able to listen for listen. I don't know exactly what their hearing mechanism is like, but the females somehow recognize the calls of their own species, and they make a little call in response, and then they meet up and have fun times together.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
so the reason that cicadas are a little bit topical is that right now is that they actually, so I mentioned they only live as adults for a very short period of time, but they actually have their overall lifespan is 17 years
Wow.
that they spend. Basically, they get, in the time it takes from them to hatch as an egg, or to like mature from being an egg to being an adult, is 17 years. And they do this underground. And then 17 years later, they all emerge at the same time. And so because of this, and it's not always exactly 17 years. There's some sort of they have some sort of a timing mechanism where it's like the first year is its own thing, and then every 4 years after that, they're like these 4-year periods. And so some of them it will be 13 years, and some of them it'll be 21 years. But basically they synchronize this because if you have a giant swarm of insects all maturing at the same time, you're going to like overwhelm your predators. Like
yeah.
a few are going to get, some are going to get picked off, but you're going to have a lot left that can still reproduce.
Right. Safety in numbers.
Versus safety in numbers, exactly.
Just be a little faster than the person behind you, right?
Well, let's
Sure.
hope we don't count.
You don't have
If
to
you're being chased by a bear, I'm
like
saying,
a friend.
okay.
Is that what you're getting at here?
Yeah.
Anyway, so because they have this regular 17-year life cycle, researchers know when it's 17 years since there was a notable cicada season. And sure enough, this year is going to be a particularly intense cicada season, because 17 years ago was when this same was when the cycle came around before. So be prepared. It will probably reach you in New York, is what I've heard.
Wow.
Caitlin, can I ask a question?
Okay.
How far
I'll do my best.
underground are they? Like, how do they survive like temperature changes and like climate changes over 17 years? Like, are they like 3 feet down? Are they 6
I don't
inches
know.
down?
And I think,
Okay.
now I'm wondering, and I'm trying to remember if it's underground or if it's in trees, because some of it is in trees too.
Wow, that's so hardy. These are
I know.
hardy eggs.
I
My
know.
goodness.
Yeah. So be prepared that this year is going to be an intense cicada season for people
Wow,
who live in
I want to
cicada
go
country.
hear it somewhere because I have been in some, I don't remember where, but I have been somewhere where it was like deafening. Like
Yeah.
it's so loud. It's, and it just goes on and on. Wow,
Yeah. I mean, I
that'll be
don't. So
cool.
I mean, I was living in Oregon 17 years ago. I don't remember this. But I've been through a number of summers in Illinois, and just a regular summer, um, just a regular summer of cicadas. I mean, it is. You go outside and it's just like this constant droning noise.
Yeah, but
RJ
I
asks,
remember it being high pitched though, like not so much a low
okay.
noise. I remember it being almost like
I
a
mean, it sounds like
almost like crickets, but super loud.
but super loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
RJ wonders if the season is the same across the U.S. or would different areas be on different
Oh,
7 year
good question.
different cycles. And I don't know. I mean, maybe there probably are certain like pockets, but I've been hearing that like this year is bad everywhere. It's supposed to be bad everywhere.
Okay.
Um,
Is this a
so
U.S. only thing? Are they
I don't know.
okay?
It might be a North America only thing.
North America. Okay.
Anyway, so if you want to know more, I recommend a recent episode of the podcast Science Versus, where they talk about this is where I got these facts from. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good to know. All right. Well, I'll be looking forward to that. I don't think I'm thinking it would be annoying if I had to live amongst them, but if I could go see them and hear them and then leave, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you don't end up with like a lot of the dead, like the husks. You know, they like hatch out
Oh
their
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
and hopefully you don't end up with a lot of the husks. That sounds like
That
pretty
does
kind of
sound
the gross,
terrible.
the gross part of it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It sounds like the love bugs in Florida. That is like the love bug season in Florida. I think they have certain years that they're worse than others too.
uh-huh.
But I'll have to look up the facts about that, and maybe I can do some fun facts about love bugs in Florida.
Is that the
Then-
same thing as June bugs, or are those different?
I have no idea. I'll have to look it
Okay.
up. But the rumor, and I have no idea if this is a fact or not, so this is a fun rumor. um, but the rumor is that these bugs were bred specifically to eat mosquitoes in the lab, and then they were released, and they didn't eat any mosquitoes, but they reached like populations in the billions. So that every
Yep.
summer, when
Invasive species.
you're driving down the road, they're just like splattered all over the windshield. You got to run your wipers,
gross.
and they have like very acidic bodies when they're crushed,
Yeah.
so they corrode your paint on the car, and they smell just something awful. So like every time you stop, you have to stop at a gas station, like trying to scrape them all off. It's just
You sound like my dad talking about black fly season.
oh, really? Is
Yeah.
that what happens in Connecticut? Is that
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
what's called like winter,
Maine.
black fly season, spring, or something like that.
Oh, that sounds terrible. But yeah, these love bugs, I
Black
don't know
flies
what they
also
do other than
Bite
reproduce.
and they're painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
you can't be outside unless you're covered up.
oh, that would
Yeah.
be awful. At least
Yeah.
these things don't bite. They don't eat mosquitoes, but they don't bite humans either. So I'm not sure what they do other than reproduce. But I'm not even sure what they're eating. But yeah, they're a real scourge on humanity. And I'm not sure if that rumor is true, but if it is, those researchers, wow, they really screwed up. That was
That sounds
terrible.
like maybe there's some element of truth to it, but it's been exaggerated.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like somebody
maybe.
got love bugs and Herbie the love bug mixed up.
Maybe, but tell you what, if you're driving on the highway during the summer when those things are active,
Well, people shouldn't
Yikes.
go to Florida in the summer.
that's true. They
Yeah,
shouldn't.
right.
That's true. It's their own fault. Florida's not meant to be inhabited in the summer. All right. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Do you want
Cool.
a Paris? Do you want a Paris anecdote?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So she has spent this week trying to eat things that she probably should not be eating.
Oh, gosh.
One day she ate the cat's food. So
Okay.
now she's no longer allowed in that room unsupervised.
Oh, my goodness.
But the most notable thing was on Thursday, it was in the evening, and if we're upstairs, she's going to be upstairs. Like she's pretty much only downstairs if we're also downstairs. And so, but we were upstairs, and I was like, where's Paris? And I went downstairs, and the lights were mostly off. And she was lying on the floor in the living room where she often takes her treats to eat them.
Okay.
And I was like, what did you find? And I turned the light on, and she had grabbed an entire bunch of bananas,
Oh,
bag
my
and all, off of the counter and carried it into the living room, chewed a hole in the bag. It was like one of those kind of plastic, those thin produce bags,
Yeah.
chewed a hole in the bag and eaten about a third to a half of a banana, peel and all.
Oh, my goodness.
That can't feel good
And
in your
That's
tummy.
what. Oh, that's just like.
She was just like, what? I found a treat. And I was like, oh no. and so we were frantically like Googling, are bananas safe for dogs? They are. It's fine. So fortunately, she did not have to be rushed to the vet hospital.
Oh my gosh.
But I was like, oh man, you ate the peel and all. I was like, that's going to hurt
Probably a
coming out
sticker.
again. I don't know.
Yeah, the banana sticker, the price tag.
Well, I don't know.
It's
Hopefully
like-
not. I mean,
Oh.
those stickers I think they're made out. I mean, it's not good to eat them. But if you eat, a banana sticker or an apple sticker or something, it's not going to.
No,
hurt you.
it'll be
Yeah.
fine. It'll
They
be-
make them to be quasi-edible.
Yeah, I mean, dogs
anyway.
eat poop. Come on, they'll be fine.
Well,
Yeah.
we know
She seems
poop
fine.
is edible, it's digested.
We have not had any. She's not. There've not been any visible issues. So I think she's okay. But I was just like, really, the peel wasn't that hard to chew? I don't know. Obviously she's a chewer. So now the bananas have to live in the cupboard.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Yeah.
And we'd had bananas sitting out on the counter like most of the time. There are at least a few bananas on the counter, right?
Yeah.
And this has been 3 weeks, and she just, I don't know, finally was like, I'm gonna push my luck here. I'm gonna take these bananas.
Oh, what a cutie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I take it her cone must be off if she can get bananas.
Oh yes.
Okay.
The cone is off. The onesie is off. She had a clean bill of health
Oh.
from the vet on Wednesday, and then she was like, "Great, I'm gonna go." Good nuisance now.
So it's just like kids when
Yeah.
when there's silence, something's wrong.
Right.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
So cute.
All right. Well, you'll have to post a picture of Paris without her cone of shame and onesie. I don't think we've got to see one of those yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm glad to hear she's gotten a good bill of health.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, now you're gonna have to keep everything out of reach. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I
All
have
right.
to go buy a new wastebasket for the bathroom that has a lid on it.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
other thing I got to do today.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
because
Child-proof
Yeah.
the whole place.
Yep.
Yep.
one thing at a time.
All right. Well, I think we're almost on an hour now, so it's a long one. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a tough challenge today, and we did 2 challenges from 2 games today.
Yeah.
So pretty impressive. All right. Well, that's it for us. We'll see you back here next week. And until then, happy matching. Is that my new tagline? Happy matching?
Oh.
Sure.
No. Allison's
No?
giving me the frowny
Oh.
face. Nope.
Okay.
I'll keep working on it. All right. All right. Take care, everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.